everybody, thanks for watching. Just a quick reminder that the flash drive sale is still available. Flash drives are still going out. Make sure you guys take advantage. For my Never Pay Again members, everybody who took advantage of the Get All 4 sale, that is still available, but it will be actually Get 5 now. So everybody, if you're a Never Pay Again member, if you ordered this Get All 4, which will be 3 books in a flash drive, you will also get the first edition book. A lot of people ask about the first edition book. It's going to be involved in this sale. And if you ordered already, don't worry about it. You'll still get that book. So you'll get first and second edition. So that will be the first edition book as well as the second edition book. And the other 2 books you will get as well as the flash drive. So we got a lot of those books in. So I wanted to let people know, I seen, like I said, see the comments, and a lot of people been waiting for a long time. As I said, let us get these books out to the people who's been waiting for a while. And we're moving as fast as possible. So we're going to get you guys these books. And I'm going to throw in that first edition book to all my Never Pay Again members who took advantage of the sale via the email link that I sent you. So if you got that email link, and you took advantage of the sale, you will get all 4 books plus the flash drive. Now, what happened with the first time I released the book, if you guys remember, when I released the first Inflicted Religious Deception, this book right here, there was an issue. And I couldn't release the entire book. So it was an issue to where I had to wait a little bit. And what happened was ended up winning the case. So what that allowed me to do was to be able to make the book larger. It was supposed to be only 300 pages. I was able to put everything in the book, which is why the book was so large at 600 pages. What happens is, what a lot of people don't understand is, you can put out a book. Anybody can write a book. It's not hard. Write a book, put it out. The thing is this: if you want to get your book nationally recognized and not, left open and liable for lawsuits, you have to submit your book. You have to make sure you get permission for photos or for anything, any context you're going to be using, or if you're going to be referencing any books, because these people can come back and sue you. Which, when I released my first book before I got on YouTube, this is what happened to me. So I know the steps, I know how it goes. So I make sure I get permission to use certain content. The thing is, when people just out of spite want to fight you or try to get money out of you, it goes to court. They can hold your shit up in court for a long time. But this is what happens when you try to do things the right way. I don't expect everybody to understand it. And that's the thing, people are not going to know. They're not going to understand how things work and what you're trying to do. People just don't like to wait for their stuff, and it's understandable. So this is what happened with Guide to God. But since winning and dealing with the whole publisher shit, I'm able to make the book larger. So I was able to put more stuff in the book. So it took the book from a 260 page book to now 300 and some odd pages. There's more in there. So for a lot of people who was waiting for the original one, you'll get the original one. But a lot of people who are, you've been my customers for a long time, you've been looking up and following me, I know who you are. Everybody who ordered, we know who you are. I get emails from people, we know who you are, we got you. But I'm going to make sure a lot of you guys get the updated copy with the over 300 pages. And I've been asked a lot of time about ritual stuff and, things like that. And there's a lot of stuff I put in this book. So talked about before, if you guys seen, I was diagnosed with onset congestive heart failure. That's what they called it. And it's actually reversible, in which I have completely reversed it. And I'm happy about that. You take the pills and everything like that. It's bullshit. But, it'll keep you going. But there's also herbal ways of beating this thing and beating a lot of stuff. So there's something that I involved in this book that I had to put in there, because I wanted people to understand that it's a lot of diseases which onset congestive heart failure can be terminal. I mean, they give people 5 to 10 years to live with heart failure. And it's tough. I've actually reversed it. And there's ways you can reverse it. It's something Dr. said we talk about, but it's some stuff that I added in the book. And I'm not going to put it out on YouTube. I want people to read about it in the book because it's kind of complex. But I put it in the book because I had to do it and let people understand how you can reverse some of these things, as well as certain rituals that we talked about in previous videos that's out there that people need to understand. This is not no voodoo crazy shit. This is shit you need to understand that it's I shouldn't say voodoo. It's not voodoo, because it kind of sort of is. But it's the stuff that people need to understand is not evil. This is normal stuff that we've been doing for thousands of years. African traditions, just stuff you need to understand you know, about herbs that we use and things that we do every day that you can apply to everyday things that you do to really have benefits in life. But yeah, I wanted to add that to Guide to God. So you'll see the difference in the cover as you see here. It's just the one difference will have the Ramses on a chariot. That's the difference in the cover, and the book's going to be a little bit thicker. But yeah, you guys want to get that book. I'm going to make sure you guys get it. It's in the works right now and at print, as a matter of fact. So we got a lot of those books coming in, and that's the book that's going to be going out. So for everybody who take advantage of this sale, I kept it the same price because I'm getting a really good deal on books. Take advantage of the sale. I'm getting a really good deal on books. The more people take advantage, the easier it is to do this sale. So if you didn't take advantage of the get all 4, now it's get all 5. You will get the first and second edition. You will also get Guide to God and the Reverse Psychology book, as well as the flash drive. So I'm going to do this for the rest of the week. It's going to be down by Monday, and I'm doing this because we got a lot of those self-inflicted religious deception books back, and you know, it's a lot that happened with this. I can't really discuss it now, but we're going to get into it. But you got a lot of books in, and we're getting them out as fast as possible to the people who've been waiting first, and then we're going to fulfill those orders. So I appreciate the faith that people had, and like I said, I seen the comments and people calling it a scam and this and that. I mean, I have the books are here. Next video I do, I will show you guys Guide for God. We'll go through that because a lot of people ask about that book. Next video I'll show you guys this book. Yeah, you guys will get the book. Like, you know, shit happens. You know, you can't expect when you're doing something like this for there not to be any hiccups or flaws and shit that takes long. Court cases take long. There's no way in the world, there's no way in the world you can do this. It's not hard to get a book printed, but if you're going to do it the right way, to where you want to make sure, you know, you get on bestsellers lists and all that kind of stuff like that, and you can get royal numbers, and then I can get other people involved in selling the book. You got to do everything right, because you don't want somebody coming back you know, suing you for just using a photo or what have you. So yeah, for everybody who's been waiting for whatever, I appreciate the patience and support. Trust me, we got you, and we're going to make sure we get all this stuff out to everyone. But yeah, make sure you guys take advantage of the sale. And like I said, the more people take advantage, the easier it is for us to do the sale and keep the price low. So, you know, I sell the book, the hard copy, for $200. A lot of people pay $200 for the book. So yeah, it's easier this way because we got a lot of people who asked about it, a lot of people who wanted to pre-order. So since so many people asked about the book before, it made it easier to do this sale. So take advantage of the sale. So let's get into this video. So talked about before, you know, we talked about digital health. Now, also real quick, the flash drive, as I said, it will have 4 new, not released videos on that flash drive. One of the videos is the new stock market video that's going to be on there, which we'll get into this because there's a lot of stuff that's happening that you guys need to know about. And I talked about this in the last stock market videos about understanding anything digital that's coming out. Talked about before, Apple releasing this new VR, AR headset, or what have you. $3,500 is going to release that. They just put out a press release saying they're going to scale back on the release of the headset because, I mean, come on. There's not too many people that got $3,500 to spend on a VR headset or what have you. So what it does is absolutely amazing and getting people more geared up towards what's coming. So if you've been paying attention in the tech world, you see a lot of stuff that's on the move. Right now they have so many new, you know, technologies and features that is releasing, but it's just getting people more comfortable for what's to come. So you guys may have seen, I just seen it actually on Instagram, but I knew about it before, the shopping carts. So they have the shopping carts, the digital shopping carts, to where all you got to do is put your stuff in the cart. It's a little tablet at the end of the cart. You put your stuff in the shopping cart and boom, you know, it calculates everything for you right there. And then you can pay right on the cart and be done with it. I mean, it's amazing technology that's coming out. Also, they have, as I talked about, in France, also in China, I believe, in Japan, where you just walk into the supermarket, they scan your iris, and that's how you pay. Your iris is going to be linked to your account, your digital account, and that's how you pay. So you walk into the supermarket, your eye is scanned, you pick up all the stuff that you gotta pick up, and you put everything in your cart, you shop, and then, you know, you walk out and it's done. It's paid for. It just automatically takes it from your account Done deal. No cashiers, no long lines. You just walk and grab what you want, walk out the store. This is what's coming. It's a lot of stuff that's going to change once this new digital currency change. And if you look at it with digital currency, it's just going to have to fit with everything else that's going to be digital. It's going to make it a lot easier, as I talked about before. That's what they want to do. It's going to make things a lot easier. If you've been paying attention, a lot of people go to work, and that's what you know. You know, you got to go to work. You got to do what you got to do. There is a shortage of workers. So we had this problem where, you know, you have jobs, unemployment rate is super high. A lot of people don't have jobs, and people don't stop to think that the unemployment rate could be high because people just don't want to work. More than ever, it's not the fact that people don't want to work. It's just more people are making money doing different things than getting up and going to work and getting screamed at or what have you. It's so many entrepreneurs now. You have so many tech jobs out there and jobs that people can just do from home. There's so many ways to make money these days, and a lot of people are taking advantage of it. What that's doing is causing people to not want to fucking sweep up your trash and, you know, be cashiers or clean toilets and shit. So these jobs is open. So if you've been paying attention, it's robot everything now. I mean, we knew this would eventually happen, but movies have been preparing us for it for a long time. But, you know, robot bartenders and robot waiters or what have you, is so much that we see now that's happening, that's taking the human being out of the work position. And no, we looking at it as saying, well, oh, they're getting rid of our jobs, and you know, humans are not going to have anything to do later on. And you got to think about it. This is just something that's naturally happening when you have so many different ways of making money. So when you pay attention, you'll see just so many new things happening that's going to just require your eye scan. And it's just been preparing us with the cell phones. We unlock your phone with your eyes. It's simple. Well, why can't we do the same thing with our door? You know, you walk to your door instead of having to take out a key and everything like that. It automatically scans your eye and your door unlocks. So it's so many new things. Same thing with computers. They're about to have the new computers with the, you know, instead of using your password. Remember before we had the laptops with the fingerprint scan. Now it's going to be eye scan, where you unlock your computer just by opening it up, and it, you know, super fast scans your eye and you're in the system. You open, and this is just going to be so much easier for a lot of things. And they're gonna use it, you know, and say that it's, you know, it's easier, it's going to make life convenient, but it's also going to make us more easy to target, you know, to search, to figure out what you're doing and where you've been, by making us comfortable with all these new gadgets and gizmos that's going to require just an eye scan to get into. And we're going to be happy and content with that. Like, wow, life is so much easier going to the supermarket and having to wait online, and happy with all this new technology, not realizing that it's making us more easy to track. But at the same time, you know, you ask millions of people, you know, would you rather stand in long lines at the airport, or you just walk through security, your eye is scanned, you don't have to worry about nothing, and it's a done deal. It's simple. So it's so many things that that's out there, new technologies on the horizon to get us into this new place of you know, security and easiness, or what have you, ease of living. So my point in all this is to make sure we get into this in the next stock market video that's going to be on the flash drive, the new flash drives. So the next stock market final video is going to get into this, because you guys have to understand, and as I talked about before, this has happened already. It happened with Google, with Microsoft, and all these tech companies that was on the horizon, and nobody believed was going to do what they've done. And a lot of people didn't jump in early. Remember, it's a point where you could have bought in Microsoft at $7. You know, Amazon. Imagine all the people who passed up on Amazon because people didn't believe it's going to be. And speaking of Amazon, Amazon is going to probably be the leader in these new supermarkets to where everything is digital. Remember, Amazon bought Whole Foods and they stock shot through the roof. Just think about it. They got all these Whole Foods all over. If they convert them or add on to and just have this new digital supermarket where you just walk in and you got to either you can scan your iris, or you have the shopper carts where it adds up everything for you, and this whole new easier way to shop, most people is going to go there. So think about that. You know, if you can afford some Amazon stock, get it now, because it's going to go through the roof when they really start releasing these supermarkets, which is coming. But as I said, you got to think about how it was before Microsoft and everything. A lot of people didn't believe in this stuff. And the ones who did, who got in on the forefront, are billionaires today. Remember, the people who invested in Microsoft and everything when it first came out, they are all billionaires, multi-millionaires today. Every single one of them. Now, I wish it was like 6 of me because it'd be a lot easier to do everything I do. But I've been spending a lot of time tracking these companies because I really understand what's about to happen, and I want to be in. And I spent a lot of time tracking these companies and figuring out what corporations and companies is going to be involved in this new technology, and which ones are going to be trading that's out there already trading that you can get into. Nas, remember, Nas got into the Ring doorbell thing. He invested in it and made like 40 mil. A lot of people turned down that technology, and then I think it was Amazon that bought it, and for like $1 billion, and he pocketed a lot of money. This stuff happens a lot to where you can get in. On Instagram, it's a lot of companies you'll see. The video game one where this is going to take off. So if you didn't invest if you can. But they have this whole new VR system to where you strap into this little machine and you can run around with the VR on. That's going to be in a lot of people's homes. People are going to want that, and the games that come with it. Invest in this if you have the money. It's a lot of these companies you start seeing online. A lot of people, for good reason, is going to think it's a scam, but just pay attention to it. A lot of it is legit. There's a lot of things you can get into, but we're going to stick with the stocks for now. And we'll talk about this in Stock Market Final, and a lot of the companies that's out there, that been out there, the ones that you can actually invest in. As I said before, a lot of the stocks I gave you guys before, they won't let you in. You had to get in at a certain time, and they wouldn't take people with a certain stock portfolio. You had to be like a really involved or active trader. And if you wasn't, they didn't even let you buy in. Or if your portfolio was on a certain platform, they wouldn't let you buy in. These ones I found for you guys are going to be able to invest in for sure. And some of them you won't, unless you had a portfolio for at least 5 years. So we'll get into that. But I want you guys to really pay attention to what's coming out and get into these stocks I'm going to give you guys in the next stock market video, to invest in these tech companies that's designing a lot of this software and equipment and everything, what have you, to make life easier, shopping world or what have you. But this is going to be the future. This is going to be it. This is how things are going to go. Right now, they have in a lot of the gas stations, you just set your stuff on a little tray and it scans everything. Boom, no cashiers. This technology has been around for a while, but they finally got it out, and it's going to be in like every convenience store soon. Another way they're getting into this is you're going to see this coming soon. Remember, you heard it here first. They're going to require, they had the vaccinations and everything and what have you, but soon they're going to require elementary school, colleges. You can't get in unless you have an iris scan, unless you do an iris scan. That's how everything's going to work off this new iris scan. We have fingerprints. That's one thing, unique, but so is your eyes. And they're going to be using that more than ever coming up for everything. So if a person thinks about stealing from one of these stores, your eyes, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be scanned already. You're going to be in the system and we to find you anywhere. Minority Report, remember the movie? Came out years ago. Tom Cruise, same type of situation. But my whole thing is I don't want you guys to miss out on this the way everybody missed out on, the Microsofts or what have you. When they jumped out. So, we're going to get into this, and people who've been saving their money can invest in this or what have you. And it's going to be a really good idea to do so. So, yeah, it's been a journey for me lately, just dealing with, the heart issues, which is basically now, I'm almost 100% back to normal, feel great, and don't have to deal with all that, medication too much. And, yeah, it's a real simple way. So you go to the doctor and they tell you that, you've reversed your congestive heart failure and your heart looks good and you're going to be okay. It's a good feeling knowing that you did that without the doctor bullshit and all the poisons or what have you they got out there. We get scared. You get diagnosed with something like that, you get scared, you get worried, you just want to follow the doctor's orders or what have you. Or you get pissed off and mad, and then you go look for alternative ways, which is what I did. And, here I am. But it's been a struggle. It's been tough, dealing with all that. And, it's a lot. So I've been just really focusing on health and, moving forward with everything else. But I've also been focused on new investments and what's coming forward. And I got a lot of people that help me out, that send me stuff. And I know a lot of nerds, and I know a lot of people who follow Merkaba, follow all my stuff, and you know, really give me good information. So this is something that you guys are going to figure out. You're going to see it's so hush hush because we're so used to following everything else, and we're missing out on these investments. I mean, social media is flooded with a bunch of bullshit, but we're missing out on being able to get into certain things to invest in because of the algorithm. So if you clicking on and liking all this stupid, silly shit all over social media, and you're not paying attention to these investment guys and people that's trying to make you money and just being focused online on stuff that's involving investments, you're not going to see it on your timeline. You're not going to see it where it's going to benefit you. So, you know, you're going to need somebody to really, hey, wake up and look at this and invest to be able to make money. Or else, next thing you know, you're going to look up, all this shit is going to be out and you're going to be missed out. So yeah, we're going to talk about this in an upcoming stock market video and a lot more. It's a lot to get into. But yeah, I want to thank everybody who took advantage of the sale. Make sure you guys take advantage of this new sale. Get 5. Get all 5. It's only $100. It's easy to do. Take advantage of it. The sale will be down because I can't do this for too long. But thanks to everybody who took advantage of the sale prior and who sent me all the emails and everything. It's because of you guys. So I appreciate it, and it's the reason why we're able to do this, because so many people wanted the original book. So it's easier to get that many books when you have so many people pre-order. And then you have publishers and people who believe in the book and believe in the project, who want to sponsor and help out, what have you, and order a lot of books to put out. But it's tough, you know, it's tough to do this when you don't have the support. So I appreciate the support from everybody. And yeah, make sure you guys take advantage of this sale. It's definitely going to be down by Monday. Can't do it forever. I'm trying to do as much as I can to make it affordable. So this is the best way I can do it. So appreciate the patience. You'll get all 4 books plus the flash drive. And yeah, see you guys next video. And make sure you guys stay tuned for on Merkaba Academy. As I said, the site is being updated. So figure out a new way to do that without shutting down the site. So it's being updated. It's going to look completely new and different in a couple weeks. Much better. But I appreciate everybody that's on there now who's been supporting and been going to the site. But we're doing a lot. It's a lot going on. I appreciate the patience and support. And yeah, see you next video.